Hello, everyone. Happy pre-Thanksgiving. It is Wednesday, November 23rd, the day before Thanksgiving. And excuse me, hopefully you're taking a break from some of your Thanksgiving preparations so you can watch some creative Christmas ideas for you with the Christmas season stamp set. It's one of my favorites because I love anything woodsy. So I love the pine cones and all the foliage in this set. And it also has a great set of matching, coordinating dies that is full of all kinds of labels and dies that will cut out your stamp set. So if you're tuning in, come on in and say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. And let's get started, okay? I'm just making sure I'm synced up here. Okay, I see that I'm live. Okay. So today is Wednesday. It's the day before Thanksgiving, and hopefully some of you are gonna take a break here. And I need to put some lotion on my hands. They are so stinking dry. So while I'm waiting for a few people, so come on in and say hello. Let me know you're here, where you're tuning in from. So as I said, we are using the Christmas season stamp set and the coordinating labels that go with it, the seasonal labels it's called, and it's chock full of all kinds of great labeled die cuts. So, and this replay will be here in Facebook or on YouTube. So if you're not a subscriber, if you don't follow me on Facebook, just hit the follow button. And as well as YouTube, make sure you're a subscriber to my YouTube channel, okay? Okay, hi Ann, welcome. Are you all set for Thanksgiving? Actually, we are just going to be, Jack and I are going to be by ourselves, so I'm looking forward to a nice quiet meal with him. So, okay, so let's get started because I know I'm a few minutes late and everybody's busy. So, hi Carol, welcome. Oh, I'm excited to be here with you too today. And hopefully you guys have sunshine down there in Florida. We have sunny skies here today and it's actually fairly mild out. So, our chickens are enjoying being out, scratching around, and really making a mess of their pens. So let me just kind of zoom in just a little bit more. And I didn't kind of like set things up. There we go. Okay. So this is the Christmas season stamp set. I love it. I did a one sheet wonder with this last year, and see if I can find that. I know I saved it and I kind of ran out of time and didn't duplicate it again. And let me see, it's got to be here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, so this is the card I did last year. So we're going to kind of do something a little bit similar where just envision a whole sheet of cardstock. And then I just kind of stamped it down the middle and kind of made this plus sign. And you can kind of see a video tutorial. So if you look for, I think it's a plus sign, One Sheet Wonder Plus, Simple and Easy Stamping something. You'll see it with this pine set. It's just a really, and you can see the images on Pinterest as well. But just an easy way to make up some simple and easy cards. So, there's our stamp set right there. And then these are the dies that coordinate with it. And there's all these awesome labels in this set. So there's like 4, 5, 6 labels in the set. And then the rest of the dies cut out the stamped images, which is really awesome. So you can cut out your pine cones. You've got some holly leaves you can cut out the berries as well. And other sprigs that you can cut out. So really cool set. And these little things will make like tabs, you know, for your tags. So you could kind of set this down. Okay, it's tiny. But as you're die cutting, you can kind of set this down into your tab to kind of create a little place for your ribbon to go through, which is really cool. And the same with like this one over here, this long skinny one could even go through, could be like on here. And let me just move this. Okay, there we go. And then you could have a place for your ribbon to thread through as well to create a different type of tag as well. We did not, thank goodness, Linda, we did not get any snow. Maybe like a dusting, not like poor Buffalo and north of us. So Buffalo is west of us, and Watertown is north of us, and they got dumped on as well. So I'm just thankful that they kept it all and we did not get it. So yeah, because we had a craft show here in our home, my daughter and I did, and we wouldn't have been having it if we had gotten that much snow. Okay, and then also there's another coordinating stamp set that goes with this bundle. So if you're looking for some great Christmas words, there's this one, and then this one, the Framed and Festive, is with the, yeah, what's it called? The Fitting Florets bundle suite of products. So you can find that in that flyer of stuff. So hi, Kathy and Kathy. Happy Thanksgiving to both of you as well. Okay, so let's get started with our first card, okay? As I said, we're going to just kind of do some simple stamping. So we're going to just start out with a Mossy Meadow card base, okay? And we're just going to fold this in half. So this is 4 1/4 by 11 inches is our card base, okay? And you'll notice that I've got my foam mat out here because this is a photopolymer stamp set. So sometimes it's helpful just to get that little, just that cushion for underneath the photopolymer so you get and more even coverage. Okay, so we've got 2 pine cones here, and these are meant to layer on top of one another. This is called 2-step stamping, okay? So one is more solid, and this other one is kind of more of a highlight stamp set, okay? So we are going to use soft suede ink here, okay? And I grabbed the wrong one. So we're going to start with the solid one, okay? This is the base of our cards, our pine cone. And we're going to just stamp it off because we want to get that lighter effect so we can see the top layer through, okay? So we've got, I've got something there. Okay, so we're going to stamp one pine cone. We're going to stamp off again. And we're going to add another pine cone, and sometimes it might take you a try or two to kind of get your rhythm as to how you're going to want this to look. The first time I stamped it, I didn't stamp it so well, so I had to do it again, okay? So let me just make sure I'm seeing everything, okay? All right, so you guys are seeing everything, okay? All right, so we've got our base layer. That's our solid one. Now we're going to go over top of this with the outline one, okay? We're going to do this one full strength. And the beauty of 2-step stamping, normally it doesn't have to line up perfectly, okay? So it's just a fun way to add this. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so we got 3 pine cones, and let me see here. I need to look at my sample here. Now I'm going to add in some greenery, okay? We're going to pull in Old Olive. So we've used soft suede so far. So let's go with Old Olive. We got this really nice branchy type image, and I'm going to stamp off with that as well. And because I just want that lighter effect, okay? We'll stamp off, and I think we'll add another one over here, and I think one more down here off to the side, okay? Now let's pull in, so that was Old Olive. Now let's pull in Mossy Meadow because I want a little bit of a darker pine branch, okay? That's different color than the Old Olive. So let's get in some pine branches here. And let's just we're going to kind of fill this up a little bit, because we're going to put some words across the center here when we're done, okay? And let's do another one here, and then maybe another one here. And I can always add more. So what we're going to do, let's just check this out. Okay, I think that's looking pretty darn good. So we're going to add in some berries now. We want to highlight with a few berries. So you know what, we're going to use cherry cobbler. We're going to just stamp in the berries. So two-stepping, you know, sometimes you just gotta kind of gradually build it. I forgot it was, oh, Gail, you're too funny. Hi, Charlotte and Gail, welcome. You forgot it was Wednesday already. Oh boy, I hope you're all set. Anyways, okay. We are just grilling, so I'm not even cooking a turkey, which I'm like really thrilled to not have to have that mess. I think we'll cook it another time when our daughter can be here, so we're not eating all that food. Okay, so I think that's looking pretty darn good. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the Old Olive and just add in this other branch here just to get a little bit more height. And there, I think that's good. Okay, so let's jazz this up, okay? Because that looks kind of dull and boring when you put this across. Oh, I think I got to put some berries up higher. Whoops. Let's, that's another pine branch there. So, yeah, we're going to have to add some berries up a little bit higher. So let's add some berries. Go up to here. Okay, I think that'll be good. So we're going to jazz this up by bringing in our stamp cut and emboss machine. Okay. So, and we're going to use this Merry Melody. It's music. So we're going to add that to our card front. Okay, so this is going to add some texture. So remember, the new Stampin' and Cut and Emboss machine gives you directions on how to layer up, sandwich your images. So we're using a 3D embossing folder. So here it's plate 1, which is this, and then plate 4, which is this gray one. And it tells you they're all numbered. So that's the beauty of the new machine. And actually, Celebration is just around the corner, and the Join Special is going to include a new mini Stamp Cut and Emboss machine. Yes, I can't wait to share that with you. And it's going to be in a special color. It will be a preview of one of our new ink colors that will be coming out in the annual catalog in April, I think. I think it's April. Okay, so let's bring this up. You guys see the texture on that? Let's see. There you go. Oh, look at the texture on that. It just kind of really adds to it. But we're going to kind of like even add more texture on that. We may have soup, just the two of us. Hey, Linda, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'm making it easy because I don't want to be in the kitchen all day. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of crumb cake to this. And we're going to just kind of sponge it over and highlight this. And it's just going to antique it some. Okay, so it just doesn't... So it makes that vanilla, and I forgot to tell you, this is very vanilla that we're stamping on. Just kind of, And these are our blending brushes. And guess what? Here's a little sneak peek for the next mini catalog. They have mini blending brushes that are coming out in the next catalog. I think that's going to be exciting. You know, when you want to get in just a small little area, and sometimes this is way too big. Okay, how do you think? How does that look? Does that make it pop even more? Let's see. I got to get in the light just right for you guys. So it just gave it a little bit more pop. Okay, so we're going to still use the crumb cake, but I'm going to close up this. No, we still got to do more stamping. Okay, so we're going to layer this onto some cherry cobbler. Okay, and let's grab some glue here. The back even looks kind of cool. Can you see the back side? Yeah. So you can always do the emboss or the deboss look as well. I got some glue on the front. Okay, which is my, I guess it doesn't really matter. So this is just a little hint of cherry cobbler, because the reason why cherry cobbler, because we're using cherry cobbler ink. Okay, now we're gonna stamp our words, and then we're gonna add our gold strip onto here as well. So let's stamp in cherry cobbler. We're gonna do Merry Christmas. So let's see if I can get this straight. I cut out 2 strips just to be safe. Right, whoops, oh boy, I don't know. We'll see if that, I dropped it. Let's try it again. It was pretty straight, but it seemed like it wasn't inked very good. Okay, there we go. This one's got like edging on it. Okay, let's do this one more time. See if we can get a better look out of here. Press too hard. See, that's got, using the foam pad, we don't really need the foam pad. There we go. Okay, I'll be happy with that. So let's add this to our gold glimmer. Now this glimmer is out of the mini catalog that's retiring. And the retired list, I've been working on my newsletter again. So hopefully by the end of today, I will have it ready to go out to your inbox. So, and there will be a list there that you can pick up, or it will be on my blog, hopefully later today as well. Okay, so we've got this on our glimmer. So the gold glimmer, it's a multi-pack of 3 different colors. That's in the glimmer paper. So there's like a greenish color, I think there's spruce, white, and this gold. Okay, so we're going to add this just across here. And I like using the liquid glue because this is kind of like a glossy type background of the glimmer. And it takes a lot to get it to stick. We're going to go all the way to the edge of the cherry cobbler. Okay, and we're going to just set a block on there for a minute. Okay, so let's go and stamp our inside, okay, because we need to just do a quick pine cone on the inside. So let's go with our soft suede, stamp off, and then strong full strength for the highlight. Okay, and here's Mossy Meadow. Let's add some greenery here. Okay, and maybe we'll just kind of stamp up there a little bit, just some softness. Okay, there we go. Maybe we'll just kind of add some berries in here as well. There. Okay, I think that's good. Sometimes a little less because we need to have room to write as well. Okay, so let's we're going to, because I don't want this to be so stark, we're gonna just, let me just mute my phone here. Sorry guys. Let's just blend the edges a little bit, okay? Just by blending your brush in and around the edge of your cardstock here. And you probably don't even really need to re-ink because there's probably plenty, depending on your brush, you might have plenty of ink on it. You just really want it to be subtle, okay? So just do a swirly motion, just kind of working your way in it. So it's just kind of like an antique-y look, all right? So we can add this to another piece of cherry cobbler. So let's do this. And do this. We can put this to the inside of our card. Here we go. Doesn't that look just gorgeous the way it pops? The red, the cherry cobbler just kind of pops off your card. And you can still add a greeting in here. What am I going to do? May the season be filled with peace and joy. How's that? I think that sounds pretty good. And there we go. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? Okay, so I think this is dry enough. We're going to pop this up with some dimensionals. So let's grab some dimensionals here. There we go. Let's take these off and add this onto the front. And there we got just a beautiful, you know what? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we antique this too a little bit? I didn't think about that. Let me add it to this one. And maybe just a little. Just go across the whole thing. I didn't even like think about that. Here we go. Can you see the difference? I don't know. What do you think? Should I, this has got antique. This one's just plain vanilla. So, okay, I'm going to set that aside. And we need to finish off the envelope as well. So, let's dress up our envelope. We've got a pine cone. So you can quickly, once you kind of get in a rhythm, you could quickly create some Christmas cards and just get them done. You know, it's a great activity to do with your family. You know, if you need something to keep them busy, pull them in and say, hey, let's make some cards. But I'm also gonna give you another idea what else you can do as an activity with them. So there's our card. Let's see. Yes, you do need to pull it out, Pat. Anybody got any thoughts about I think I need to look at it in daylight to see. But there's our card right there. So isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. Okay, so let's move on. So the other thing that I wanted to share, these are done with the labels in that stamp set, okay? So you can kind of create the same idea if you needed some gift tags for your packaging, or maybe even, you know, so you can do all kinds of shapes and sizes. It could even be like you could create this in, I just thought of this right now. You could kind of create like a tent card. It could be like a place card for your table for Christmas maybe, where you would, let's see here. So envision this on a smaller scale, but this could be your tent card, obviously, you know, more smaller. So it would just sit at an angle on your table if you wanted to. So don't forget to make your labels into tags. It's just a simple, easy way for you to stamp up a bunch, and you can still write a message on the back side for your tag. So, okay, so one more card to share with you. we're going to do a fun fold, and then I've got some past samples to share also. Okay, so this card has lots of parts and pieces. It's our classic favorite Z-fold card. Okay, so here's my first attempt at making this. So not too bad on that first card, but I just had to redo it again. Okay, so we're going to start with a piece of Mossy Meadow that's scored at that is cut 4 1/4 by 11 inches. Okay, and then we're going to score it. I've already pre-scored this, but we're going to score it at 2 3/4 and then 5 1/2. So 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. All right. So we're going to fold this in half at the 5, and then we're going to fold this front flap backwards. Okay. All right. So we're going to do this. Get a nice crisp on it because this is what it is. It's a Z, right? Kind of like that. A long, elongated Z. All right. So we've got some designs here. So I've chosen to kind of go like this here, okay, and this back panel like this, okay. So let's adhere these together first, and then we're going to do a little bit of stamping, and I might not have die cut a label. Kind of forgot about that, so we might need to die cut something. Unless I happen to have my label, a bag of labels hanging around here. I will have to think about that for a minute. Okay, so let's do this. So this, I'm planning on doing a blog post with these dimensions, so they'll be on my blog post, okay? And there's that. So this is the Painted Christmas Designer paper. It's in our mini catalog, and it is going to retire. I don't think it's on sale, but or maybe it is. I can't remember. I'm gonna look. Let's just check it out really quickly. Let's see, where is it? Page 29. You're going to find it on page 29. And it is going to be 60% off starting December 1st, which comes down to $4.80. So it's kind of a cool package of paper. You can't beat that, right? But just remember, everything is while supplies last. So if it sells out between now and December 1st, it's sold out. Because there are a few things that have been selling out of the mini catalog. So, you know, once it's gone, unfortunately. As much as you hate to see it go. But they try to hit that inventory just about right. So we don't have a lot left over. Okay, so we're going to use this pattern on the front and layer it onto some Old Olive cardstock. And let's do this. Just line this up because you've got like panels here. Isn't that cute? So it's going to look like this when it's opened up. Okay. And then this is going to be our panel here, okay? As you can see, only part of it is going to get adhered to this flap in the front, okay? Thanks, Anne. Glad you liked that first card. Okay, so let's adhere this. And then we're going to use, you know what? We're going to, before I do that, we are going to, what did I do here? Okay, I'm going to do a little stamping. We're going to add our words. And we're going to change to Real Red ink because I'm using Real Red cardstock in this. This one has kind of more Real Red in it. So let me just stamp that off. Okay, so we're going to just, let's do this. Stamp, may this season be filled with peace. And then here we go. We'll just add some sprigs up here in the corner. Okay. There we go. And then we can add this to our other piece of Real Red. I know there's a lot of layers, but it's not really that hard to put together once you get everything cut and going. It wouldn't be that hard of a card to do as a Christmas card. And it's a fun card. Not one you can buy in the store, right? Okay, so we're going to just center this on the back side. It's probably best to do your inside first, so when you do this front, you're going to be able to, if your layer is the same size, okay, you're going to want to, it'll help you in covering this up, so when it's closed, you're not going to see that inside layer. You're not going to be like down here or wherever. It'll be easier for you to line up. Okay, so I'm going to flip this around this way, okay, because I'm going to actually add dimensionals to this. And let's grab some more dimensionals here. Okay, and I turn it upside down. If I had my words on here, you'd want to make sure that you're flipping it the right way. So if you just always go like this, you'll always be correct. So that way I can see where the edge of this front layer is, okay? Here, kind of go like this. So I could tell where the edge of my cardstock is and not have to worry about it overhanging and not be seen. Okay, so we've got that, and I need to find a label. We just might have to die cut one, and hopefully I have some white cardstock here. Let's see, we do. Okay, so I've got this, and we need our label. I gotta look to see which one I used. I used this one. Oh, rats, almost forgot. We're gonna tie some ribbon around that. So let's quickly just die cut. I just need to switch out platforms and we can die cut this. Okay, we have a label. So we're going to stamp, and actually I'm going to pull this off before I forget. Okay, we're going to tie some gold ribbon around this. This is our gold shimmer ribbon, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and unfortunately it is retiring out of the mini catalog. It's just, it goes so well. It goes really well. Remember, I talked, I don't know, last week, the Blackberry Beauty designer paper that's on the clearance rack. This ribbon pairs really well with that as well. And the last I looked, there's still some there, but I can't buy anymore. I have plenty on hand. So it really makes some beautiful cards or gift bags, whatever you want. Scrapbooking. Okay, so we're going to get this bow all the way over to the end, and I've got it just situated in the middle. But my loops are just a little too big, so just kind of pull. I like to make them a little bit smaller so when I tighten it up, it's about the right length that I need. That one's just a little bit, having a nice tight bow. Okay, there we go. Now it can go on, and let me just add a little bit more adhesive over the top of these dimensionals. Okay, we're going to start over here on the right. Sure those edges are lined up and we're golden. There we go. It looks crooked though, doesn't it? Okay. Okay, so our label. So let me pull back my pad in, and then we're going to use the word Noel, which is somewheres, right? Did I put it back? Might have put it back away. No. Oh, I know where it is. Hang on. I think I put it in my tray over here. Here we go. Okay, we got Noel. So we're going to use the word Noel in real red ink. And we're going to just stamp it down here in the corner. Okay. And let's see, I'm done with crumb cake. So we're going to add, they have a set of smaller pine cones, which is kind of nice. So we're going to use the smaller pine cones here. So we'll stamp one there. We'll do the highlight. Okay. And then let's add some pine cones or some pine branches. Okay. Let's go. And then some more. Okay, I think we're going to leave it like that, and maybe some red berries here. Let's do that. And they have actually this other one, this other stem that the berries sit on. Okay. Hope I did that right. There we go. Okay. So isn't that kind of cool how the berries match up with that stem there? Really neat. Okay, I think that looks pretty darn good. Maybe some berries down there. And I don't know, you keep wanting to keep adding more, right? Let's just get a little branch into there. Okay, I think I'm good. Less is more, right? Okay, so let's find the dimensionals again. Here we go. So we're going to add some dimensionals to this. And I know these color combinations are great. Thanks, Gail. So we're just going to center this onto here. And there we go. But let's add a little bling. If I can find my bling. What did I do with it? Okay, I've got some champagne jewels here. So let's add some champagne. We didn't add any to the other one either, did we? So there we go. And that one didn't stick down. There we go. Just that little bit of bling, right? Don't you just love that Z-fold? Dun, 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 dun. Doesn't that look pretty? Just sitting on your mantle or something. And then here's a coordinating envelope to go with it. So, but let me show you a couple other samples. Here we go. I need to move. Let me just close up a couple ink pads, okay? Makes me nervous to have so many open. Especially when things stamp so good today. Okay, so clear up this clutter. So here's one right here. Different color scheme using a different pattern where you can cut a strip and then cut it on the diagonal. So you can get a couple out of it. You just make it a little bit longer and then cut it on the diagonal. And then here I just, this is a stencil from last year, and then just a simple punch and a little bit of ribbon zigzagged inside. Isn't that pretty? So just simple and easy. Here's another one where you take a 6x6 piece of designer paper and you cut it into like quadrants, so that way you can get 4 cards out of a 6x6, and then obviously more stenciling as well on here. So you can easily make stenciling out of bunches, or it could just be even stamped. This was a swap I took with me to an event in August. So this one is just simply stamped on the background. It's just a little subtleness, but the same type of concept as this one here, except for I used the label on this one and did the inside with Sahara Sand. So just kind of different versus white or vanilla. So I hope you enjoyed all these ideas. Make some tags, you know, remember to make tags for your packages, you know, play around with a fun fold if you're looking for something different, you know, for a special card for somebody for the holidays. And I'm not sure what I did with my first card. Here we go. Set it back here. So, and use embossing folders to give some texture to your background. Here I added the champagne gems to it. So, yeah, so there we go. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving. And if you need to place an order for any supplies, you can head to createwithnancy.com and click on the Shop Now button, and there's a host code there. The host code's also there, so you can always grab it from there. And enjoy your day. Relax, eat lots of food, enjoy family and friends, whatever. Or do something for yourself, whether it's time away in your craft room, playing with all your stamps, inks, and paper. So anyways, okay, everybody, come back next week. And watch out for my newsletter. It's going to have information for the birthday card organizer class. It's coming up on December 9th. Spots are filling up, so if you thought about it, make sure there'll be a link in there to register, and it's only for in-person at this time. I'm waiting for Stampin' Up! To have more in, and then I can offer it as a to-go class as well. So, okay, thanks for joining me, and have a wonderful day tomorrow. Bye-bye.